Hello, everyone. So I am going to show you how to make a choice board right inside of Seesaw. So in the spring, a lot of us were making choice boards in Google Slides. And if you don't know what choice board is, it would be buttons where kids could go to different activities around a centralized topic. That topic could be morning meeting activities, or I have one here, penguins. And so we were making them here, and then we were linking them in Seesaw. And that's great, but it makes a student have to open it in another tab. So I know as an instructional coach, I'm just always trying to see how many ways we can keep a kid on one tab or working in a linear fashion so it doesn't get too confusing for them. So this summer, Seesaw came out with a lot of tools that help me make it right inside here. So I'm going to make this penguin choice board over here inside of Seesaw so the kids don't have to go someplace else. So what we're going to do is we are going to create this as an activity. I'm going to go in and click add, and I'm going to assign activity. And I already have one started in here, but I'm going to make one again. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to create a new activity. And so, as many of you know, I'm going to call it Penguin Choice Board. And then here afterwards, I would write in, click on the buttons. You'll have tabs. You still have tabs open up because if you're sending them to YouTube, they're going to go to YouTube, that sort of thing. I'm going to write my directions in here, okay? So, but right now I'm going to go to the bottom here where it says Add Template for Student Responses. So I'm going to click there. And I'm going to choose the drawing. The drawing is like choosing a nice big canvas. I have a lot of things that I can do inside of here. So first thing I'm going to do is I like my thing a little bit cutesy. So I am going to add a background. And I'm dealing with penguins. So I'm going to go ahead and click a nice blue. I'm going to add my title. So over here, I had let's learn about penguins. So let's see, I'm going to do the same thing. Let's learn about penguins. So I did the text box. And so now if I want to manipulate the text box, you have to click off and then click back on. And so now I can move it up here. I can make it as big or as little as I want to. I can change the font if I want to. And I can change the color of it and even the style. I'm going to go with this style. Okay, so let's learn about penguins. Awesome. So now I like the idea of having like buttons. So I'm going to go ahead and start creating my buttons. And so I'm going to work with shapes right now. So I'm going to go to what I call my sleeping snowman, and I am going to pick a shape. I'm going to go with these rounded squares. These are cool. So I'm going to come in here. And now I can do whatever color I want. I'm going to stay in this like blue theme and do a little bit darker blue. Maybe that looks nice. Okay, make them as big as I want. And on here, I had 5. So we're going to do 5. So I'm going to go ahead and I can either come down here and duplicate, or I can do copy and paste. So I'm on a Mac, so I'm doing Command C and Command V, but I'm copying and pasting. And so now I'm going to come here and try to, I have to kind of eyeball it to make sure it's looking good. And I'm doing 2 more. Here we go. Now at this point, it's good for me to start going back. And what I need to do is I'm creating a template for the kids. I'm creating something that I don't want them to be able to delete the pages. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to go here and I'm going to lock it. And I'm going to come to each piece that I made and I am going to lock it. And what that is going to do is that when the kids get it, it's like the background. They can't manipulate it. They can draw on it. They can add to it, but they can't move it. They can't manipulate it and they can't delete it, which is a good thing. Okay, so now here are the beginnings of my buttons. Awesome. So now I had pictures inside. So what I'm going to do right now is I already took screenshots of these pictures. These pictures I got off of Google Images, so I could go and save those to my computer. To save time, I screenshotted these specific pictures. And I'm not going to be picky right now about what goes where, but I'm going to add the pictures to the middle of the button. And I'm going to do click here and upload. And I'm just going to take the first one right now. And I've got the picture here. And I could put it in the middle. And then again, I'm going to lock it. And then I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm just going to go through and grab all my pictures, get them up for you. Okay. Okay, so I went ahead and paused the video because nobody wants to watch me do this, right? Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to make each of these buttons connect things. Now, I could, like if you look on here, I had specific directions. Click the above button to read about emperor penguins. I can do the same thing. I can come in and I can, even just read and take this and put it underneath. Maybe make it a little smaller. And then I want to lock it. Okay. So I could do that. I could have different directions underneath there. So, but what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to link. So I already have my websites already organized. So I'm going to go and I'm going to open my folder. I have them in a folder here. And I'm going to open all 5. There we go. So that was a little trick on Chrome. If you have things in a folder, you can open all of them at once. Okay. Okay, so we are all uploaded. Okay, so first thing I have is Epic Books, and you might want to write directions. If your kids haven't used Epic Books before, you might want to give them the class code. But I'm going to take this link and I'm going to copy it. And I'm going to come back to my Seesaw and I'm going to, I can do it on the picture. I could do it on the block. I'm going to go ahead and do the picture. So I'm going to come here, and I forgot I shouldn't have locked yet for the pictures. I'm going to put in the link. And right there, it gives them a link. So now you can lock it. Okay. So this one, same thing. So what I have for this one, I have this Great Emperor Penguin reading from National Geographic Kids, which is great online, by the way. I'm going to copy that link, and I am going to put it in. And again, then I'm going to lock it after the fact. So you got to put the link in first. So what else? I have a cute video here. Pause it. I'm going to put the link in. There we go. And then, whoop, I put it in the wrong one. That's okay. Lock it. So then this one back. So I've got some fun stuff. I went into Google Earth and I actually grabbed an Antarctica 360 sphere with penguins in it. So it's loading right now. It's going in. And there we go. So it's this really cool 360 look at Antarctica. How fun is that? So I can take that link and I can put it in here. And then for my last one, there's a website that I absolutely love. It is called Explore. It's live cams of tons of different things, but very much so the environment and animals. And this is actually live footage of Penguin Beach in Long Beach, California. And so you can take this link and put it in here. There we go. Okay. And so now I'm going to lock it. So now I have this set up. And like I said, you could go through, you can give directions underneath, you can lock all that. And then what I like to do is I want to add, I'm going to move myself for a second. I'm going to add a second page. And what I'm going to put on the second page, I'm going to change the background again, make it nice and consistent. And I'm going to do up here, do learn. And so then what I would do here is I would write directions for use the microphone, make a video, draw text for me, and tell me after you've done your choice board, what choice board did you do today and what things did you learn? So here's your accountability piece. So here is where they investigate, and down here is where they report it out. I even made one once that was cute. It had a scientific note, their science notebook, and it had their explorer notebook. And so they took notes inside their explorer notebook about the things they learned here. So I would make first page my choice board and my second page my reflection. So then once you're all done, you can go ahead and save it. And I'm going to show you what it looks like on the kiddos' end, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and sign it to my class. And this is my test class. It's my daughter. Now I'll show you what it looks like when a student opens it up. Okay, so when she opens it up, she's going to go to her activities. And here is the penguin choice board right here. So she can go ahead and add response. And then you're going to notice this front page, they can't manipulate anything. They can only click. And I do like the links because for little kids, like when you're doing in Google Slides, they're not always sure where to click. They know where to click. It gives them the little link to click on, but they can't manipulate anything else, which is awesome. You've made this. It's nice in here. And then they can turn around and they can click and it opens Epic. And they can click. They can click and it opens the live webcam. So they're able to. Now, obviously, they have to be good at toggling back and forth because they have to get back to their Seesaw account. And then over here, they would be able to come in and make an audio or make a video of themselves responding, or they can use text to be able to respond to what they saw. So that kind of walks you through the process of how you would go through the design elements of making something like that. I hope this was helpful. Bye.